Hello my dear students, hope you all are doing well at home. I am Anjana Jandal and I welcome you all in my English literature class of class 4. So children, today I am back here with chapter number 3 of our book. The name of chapter is Henry. So children, it's part 2 and in my previous video, that is part 1, I had explained you the story thoroughly, and now in this video we are going to have a small recap of the story and then we'll discuss the word meanings and few exercises of this chapter. Okay, so let's enjoy. So children, now let's have a small recap of the story Henry. So children, Henry is a short story written by Ruskin Bond, right? And it is written in a very simple and delicate way. The story is basically satirical in nature and it highlights the human-animal relationship in a most funny way, right? Yeah. So Henry is a pet chameleon. Here, this story is about a pet chameleon named Henry. So children, chameleons are not ordinary reptiles, right? They are quite different. In many ways, they are different from other reptiles, especially from lizards, those who are called as their nearest relatives, right? Yeah, they have certain outstanding marks like, the chameleon's tongue is as long as its body, it has a rigid crest on its head, right? And the limbs are long, slender. They have a tendency to change the color. So all these things are quite different from others. No, the reptiles are not having these characteristics, right? So children, story is like that. That one day, the grandfather of the narrator, he was walking to a friend's home, right, and he saw some people gathered at a garden gate. A lot of noise was there, and the people were throwing stones. They were waving the sticks and all. And all this howling, shouting, all this noise was just going on just because of a small chameleon. There was a small chameleon who was out for sunning on a shrub, right? Yeah, and the gardener declared that it's a very poisonous reptile and it can poison the people even at a distance of 20 feet just by spitting on them, right? So after hearing this, the people became more angry, they became more frightened, and they started protesting themselves, right? Protesting against the chameleon. So, but whatever was happening, grandfather simply saved that reptile. Grandfather was just in time to save the chameleon from the certain death, because they were just about to kill the poor chameleon, no? Yeah, and then he brought the chameleon home. So in this way, the chameleon came to their house and became their pet chameleon, right? So now the narrator, as a boy, he became very friendly with the little chameleon, right? And he declared then that it's a harmless creature. It doesn't harm anyone. And why narrator thought like this and declared this fact? Because he used to feed chameleon by his own hands, right? So this shows that, okay, chameleon was a harmless creature. So then they become very friendly and they used to enjoy with Henry. So Henry never used to create any type of trouble at home, but yes, he did somewhere else. Means, when the papayas in the garden ripened, so grandmother used to fill a basket of papayas for her good friend, Mrs. Ghosh, who was the principal of a nursery school, who was just nearby, just down the road. Okay, so the same way, the Henry, while searching for his food, like insects and all, he went inside the basket. Means unknowingly, he went there, and he just did not come out. He was searching for some other insect over there. He was not knowing that the basket is basically filled for grandmother's friend, Yeah. So in the school, when Mrs. Ghosh was just measuring the basket for ripened ones, no? So all of a sudden what had happened that Henry came out. He popped out from the basket. So seeing a chameleon in the basket, she screamed out aloud in horror. And then her one more lady, means Miss Daniels, who was the assistant of Mrs. Ghosh, she also rushed in, and then just after seeing the chameleon, she also started shouting, screaming along with Mrs. Ghosh. So this way, he created little bit problem, but unknowingly, unintentionally he did this, no? Yeah, and Henry was too confused at the reaction of the ladies, no? So it also got so frightened that it ran away from the window. So all this happened in the school premises. So when all this incident reached up to grandmother, because grandmother and Mrs. Ghosh, the principal, they were good friends, no? So when Mrs. Ghosh told about all the incident that happened in the school, she told to grandmother. Then grandmother heaved a sigh of relief, as no one could make out that the chameleon was theirs. She did not reveal the truth, right? And then after a few days, narrator thought that chameleon could not come back, no, because it was quite away from the house. But what he saw after few days, he saw that Henry was sunning on the wall of the garden, and thereafter it lived there and kept reducing the growth of insects. So this was all about the story. This Henry, it was a small recap. Now you would have remembered the story, I hope. Now we'll discuss the word meanings and other exercises. Okay. So now children, here are some word meanings, means the meanings of some words which were used in the story. Okay. So the first word is chameleon. Yes. So children, what is the meaning of chameleon? Yes. Chameleon is a creature, no? Yeah, it look like lizard, but it is very different from the lizard. It has large eyes, long tail, and it has the ability to change its color, right? Yeah. So the meaning of chameleon, we can say like a lizard-like creature with large eyes and a long tail that can change its color. Now the next word is distinguished. So children, what is the meaning of distinguished? See here we have learned in the chapter, no, that about the chameleons, that they can be easily distinguished by their certain outstanding marks, no? Yeah, they can be easily distinguished from the lizards. Means distinguished means different from others, right? So we can say distinguished means seen as different from others. Now the next word is outstanding. What is the meaning of outstanding? Very important. See, chameleons are can be distinguished, or they are different. Why? By what? By certain outstanding marks. They have certain outstanding marks, no? Like crest and all. Yeah. So outstanding means very important. Means very important marks they have, which distinguishes them from the other reptiles or lizards and all. So now, children, the next word is rigid. What is the meaning of rigid? Have you ever heard me say that a person is very rigid? Means not easy to bend, that does not understand anything. Right? So rigid means not easy to bend only. So we can say the meaning is hard and not easy to bend or move. Right? Now the next word is crest. So children, what is a crest? Yes, crest is basically it is a skin on the top of a bird or the animal's head. Like on the chameleon's head, no, there is a rigid crest. Yeah, which looks like a fireman's helmet. Yes. So crest, the meaning of crest is a skin on top of a bird or animal's head. Right. Now, the next word is cylinder. Cylinder means thin. as you have learned in the chapter, that the limbs of chameleon are long and slender, means long and thin. Okay. Now the next word is hurling. Hurling. See there, the people were hurling stones, no? Yes, hurling stones means they were throwing stones. Yeah, where they were throwing? Just in order to kill the chameleon, because they were afraid, they were frightened. Isn't it? Yes. So hurling means throwing something with a lot of strength, as the people were throwing stones with lot of strength so that the chameleon could be killed. Okay. So children, here are more word meanings. So next is brandishing. What is brandishing? Means the people were brandishing, no? Brandishing sticks. Yes, means they were waving the sticks just to let the chameleon move from there. Isn't it? Yes. So brandishing means shaking or waving something. Okay. Brandishing means shaking or waving something. Okay. Now the next word is risen in arms. Risen in arms. Do you remember when people came to know about that the gardener's declaration, as the gardener declared, no, that the chameleon is very poisonous, it can poison even at 20 feet away, right? Yeah. So after hearing this particular, they got very angry, they got afraid, and they had risen in arms, no, means they got angry, and they were afraid, they got angry, and they started protesting against that chameleon, no? Yes. So risen in arms means were angry and protesting about something. Okay. Now the next word is patient. What is the meaning of patient? As if you remember, children, the narrator was very patient, no, while feeding the chameleon with his own hand, no? Yeah, he was very patient that time. Yes. So patient means he was very careful, isn't it? And without hurry, means in a slow motion, in a very careful way. That means patient. So we can say the meaning of the word patient as to do something in a careful way for a long time without hurrying. Okay. Now we have our next word as lodged. Lodged means fixed or stuck. As that the example the narrator told us, no, that Henry used to take the food in with such a fast speed, like the narrator could not realize even that what had happened when once the grasshopper was there in between the fingers of the narrator, no, and within no time it was seen just lodged between Henry's jaws, means within no time it was seen stuck into the jaws of Henry. So lodged means fixed or stuck. Okay. Now the next word is riot. Riot, children, means if many people making noise, right, or under trouble, the situation, that type of situation is called riot. As Henry never used to create any type of trouble at home, no, but he did create something like a riot in the nursery school, no? Yes. So that is riot. Unintentionally he did, but he did. So children, riot means a situation in which a group of people make a lot of noise and trouble. So now the next word is smuggle. Smuggle means move things secretly. Henry was smuggled into the basket, no? Yeah, means he moved the papayas little bit and managed to just enter that basket and He managed to hide himself within the papayas. Okay. Now, the next word is dutifully. Means to do something that is expected from you. As the gardener dutifully took the basket to the school, no, as he was told by the grandmother, isn't it? So dutifully means to do something that is expected from you. Now the last word is incident. Incident is like whatever happened somewhere, no, that is the particular incident. Like whatever happened in the school, Mrs. Ghosh told all that to the grandmother, no? Yeah, so the whole incident was told by the principal, means Mrs. Ghosh, to the grandmother. So we can say incident means something that happens. Okay, children. So these all are the word meanings which you have to learn and write in your copy very neatly. So children, now here is the exercise, making connections. Quick answers. So question 1 is, the story tells us some interesting facts about chameleons. So fill in the table to show the similarities and differences between house lizards and chameleons. So children, here we have to mention the differences between house lizards and chameleons, as well as the similarities between these two. Okay. So first of all, I'll tell you about the differences between house lizards and chameleons, and after that similarities. Okay. So see the features. Like about the house lizard, it has a short tongue, isn't it? Yes. Whereas chameleon has a long tongue, means its tongue is as long as its body. Now the next is house lizard. It has short and small limbs, whereas in case of chameleon, its limbs are long and cylinder. Next difference is, house lizard has no crest on its head, whereas chameleon has a rigid crest on its head. Next difference is, house lizard, its fingers and toes are less developed, whereas in case of chameleon, its fingers and toes are more developed. So children, these are the differences. These are few differences I have mentioned here. Many other differences are there, but I have mentioned these. Okay. So these are the differences between house lizard and the chameleon. Now they have some similarities too. So now let's see the similarities. So first thing is that both of them are reptiles. House lizard and chameleon, both are reptiles. Yes. And another similarity, that both of them eat insects. House lizard also eat insects and chameleon also eats insects. Right. So this is the similarity. Means both are having these characteristics. And now one more similarity is that both of them are non-poisonous. Children, many people believe that chameleon is a poisonous reptile, no? But it's not true. Chameleon is not a poisonous reptile. Few people think that house lizard also, but no. Both of them are non-poisonous. So these are the 3 similarities I have mentioned here. So you can learn and then you can do in your Mulberry book very neatly. Okay. So children, next question number 2 of quick answers is, put a tick against the sentences that are true and a cross against those that are false. So children, see first one, the chameleon is not a poisonous reptile. children, is it true or false? Yes, it's true. Chameleon is really not a poisonous reptile. So we will put a tick against the sentence. Next one. The gardener knew a lot about chameleons. Is it true? Did gardener know a lot about chameleons? No, it is false. Why? Because gardener was not knowing anything, because gardener said that the chameleons are very poisonous. They can poison us up to 20 feet. Though chameleons are not poisonous. So this statement is false. So we'll put a cross. Next one. Henry created no trouble at all. This is also wrong. Henry created a trouble. Yes, he created trouble unintentionally, but he created trouble in school. Yes, so again we'll put a cross against this sentence. Next one. Henry got into the basket to frighten Mrs. Ghosh. Children, is it true? Was Henry having the intention to frighten Mrs. Ghosh? No. He was simply searching for food, no? He was not having any such intentions. So, this statement is also wrong. Now the last one. Miss Daniels rushed into the room on hearing the principal scream. Yes, this statement is true. Miss Daniels, who was the assistant of the principal, that is Mrs. Ghosh, she rushed into the room on hearing the principal scream. When Mrs. Ghosh was screaming, hearing this, Miss Daniels came into the room. Yes. So now children, I hope you have understood the word meanings and the exercises which I have discussed in this video. So now it's the time for your home assignment. And what is your home assignment? Yes, you have to learn and write the word meanings in your copy very neatly and write quick answers in your book. Okay? And children, don't forget to read the story again. Yes. Okay? So children, thank you for watching the video. Bye-bye. Take care.